And we're live.
Hi everybody, we're back! I don't know if people are thrilled about that, but we're back.
Maybe Bill will be.
I don't know. He was excited last night to see us back on. Or to hear that we were coming
He hasn't
back.
been on in a while.
No, he hasn't. I tried getting him on for tonight so he could be part of the show, and he's like, I might just do that, and then I haven't heard from him.
He's hungover.
Oh, he is. Oh, trust me, he is. I mean, I'm sure once we get rolling, he'll log in.
Well, I texted him and Rich. Because Rich is always like, when you going live?
Rich is so funny with that.
So it's been a wild couple weeks.
Yes, it has. And I just...
let's see, the last time that we were on, St. Louis was playing Game 7.
Yes.
And Golden State was playing Game 6. And we got Toronto as the champions. And St. Louis as the champions.
So, I was actually happy. Like, I know I had said before, I always liked watching Boston play for whatever reason. But I do have a soft spot for when someone finally wins, you know. And, oh, Jesus.
No, get out there.
I have to go potty. And why can't I go in the pool?
Because you're walking around with your butt out. It's not funny.
Now I'm laughing.
Where are the jerseys? I moved the table around, so no jerseys. Go upstairs. So usually we're up against the door, but little change of plans today, since it's summer and the kids like to swim. So
I dig it though. At the couch, I'm liking it.
Right.
It's comfy.
This is gonna be a little tight if you have to get up and use the bathroom in the middle of a show.
I'll crawl.
Army crawl.
I'll crawl underneath the show. That's too funny.
So Bill is here. Bill has arrived.
Well, that's great, because the last time I saw him, I was picking him up off the floor at Fluke's finale party last night. I love you, brother. Okay.
All right.
Love you, Bill.
But Bill's good. Listen, we break Bill's balls. Bill's good people.
Yes, he is. He's very good people.
Known
him a long time. Well, actually, one thing I want to talk about before we get started. How about Tyler Skaggs from the Angels dying?
That's a shame.
27.
Did they say anything?
They haven't said anything yet, like what the cause of it was. But, yeah. Dude, 27 years old. They just found him dead in his hotel room. I was like, wow. That sucks, man. That's a shame. He's such a young guy.
And it's funny is I know who he is because I had him in fantasy baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, I did.
Who was the one I forget.
Jose Fernandez.
No, there was another pitcher years ago.
No. You talking about for the Angels?
I don't remember what team he was on.
But go ahead.
But I remember we were in my fantasy baseball league that I was in at that time. We only played Friday, Saturday, Sundays when we played the 3 days. And my cousin was going up against one of the other guys, and he called him up and he said, hey, you might want to take so-and-so out of your lineup. And he's like, why? What are you talking about? I said, he's dead. And he goes, what do you mean he's dead? He's like, the guy's dead. He's like, just came across the wire. I forget the guy's name. If one of them were watching this, they would. It's a running joke every year. Don't draft the dead guy. You know, so I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it was. He's like, yeah, no, for real. Don't play him because he died. He's for real dead. Dude's like, no, he's not. You're lying. He's like, I'm telling you.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't care. This dust makes my belly stick out. And just be quiet. Don't look at my belly.
You're 5 years old.
She's a diva already.
Oh, God.
She comes out. I don't care. I don't care. Hands
care.
out. Don't look at my belly.
Yeah. No, that was I came across the airwaves I got from Bleacher Report. I was like, oh Jesus Christ! They say they found him in his hotel room. So
yeah.
You know, who knows?
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be he overdosed, he did this, he did that, or he committed suicide. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, it was just one of those things that came across. I hear your cat. There you are, little fur ball. Hi.
Yeah, we have a new cat. suckered in.
So now I see you have us in the group for NFL First Down. Oh, I'm just trying to get out.
Yeah. Yeah, I put us in a bunch of pages. So, I posted a stat not yesterday, 2 days ago. I went to Reading Phillies, by the way, and I would say, if you get a chance, go to the Reading Phillies. You know, we got 5 tickets. Each kid got a hot dog and a soda, and it was $67.
Really?
And it was free parking.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a lot of stuff there going there yesterday. So I was actually at the game when all the stuff came out, and I posted the thing messing around. I'm like, oh no, the Sixers are going to be a number 8 seed, and I didn't really think they're going to be a number 8 seed. He's like, I dropped him in fantasy last week. I hope that didn't contribute. Calm down, Bill.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Hi.
But so I was getting.
Oh, you little guy.
What's the matter?
No, he's just like here. I don't know. He's trying, and he just got behind the couch. So.
Oh boy.
You can hear it now. Going to have to save the cat.
It was, and like I said, kids had fun. You know, the players were cool. You know, they interacted with the kids, signed the hats and everything. So, but I had posted a stat on Friday. Was it Friday or Saturday? Because I couldn't take it no more.
It was QB1 and
QB2.
Yeah, okay, I did see that.
And everybody wanted to know, you know, who the quarterback was. You're missing the point of who
right.
I was going after, because Dallas fans are, you know, Dak's 13-5 against the East.
Right.
In his first 3 seasons. You know.
Right.
Wentz is whatever he was, or, you know. So I went and I did a little research, and I tried to do, I forget what quarterbacks it was, but they were like 15-3, so I was like, oh, well, this isn't going to work. So I found 2 quarterbacks. You know, they weren't drafted in the same year, but, you know, one was 10-8, and one was 8-10. Their first 3 years in division games. Since that's how the parameter is measured on quarterbacks now. We don't we don't look at everything else. We look at wins and losses in the division.
Right.
So, quarterback 1, who was 10-8,
okay,
was Jameis Winston.
Okay.
Quarterback 2 was Cam Newton, who was 8-10.
Huh.
If you had to choose between those 2 quarterbacks, who are you taking?
Right. I mean, you're just and
I didn't even give stats.
Right. I mean, just of course, the only thing you gave was the records.
That's all I gave, because that's how it is.
Of course, the people are going to say, "Give me the guy with the better record."
Right. That's why I said there's more to wins than just
right.
Like we don't know how those wins accumulated. We don't know how it was, but it was just a thing that I wanted to throw out there. And no Dallas fan. I'm sorry, maybe 1 or 2 commented, but that was it.
Right.
Because they didn't want his. I was ready to make Dallas fans look like a fool, but they didn't respond. So
that's funny.
So, but we're really not going to talk about football. We'll do a training camp thing. It's coming up. We're going to talk about free agency, and I don't care what anyone says. You got Frank the Tank Ziemba, Bill and Rich are going to love this, telling me that the Sixers are going to be 42-40. The Sixers right now, with the exception of the Milwaukee Bucks, have the best roster in the East.
Mm-hmm.
They still got to fill the bench.
Mm-hmm.
They got to find 3 or 4 more players. But he's telling me that they're going to be lucky to be 42-40. How? And then I said they have the best record. How? Tell me how they're going to not be good. Just tell me what you don't like about their roster. It came out, Jimmy Butler didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
He was offered 5 years, $180 million.
Yeah.
They offered him the max.
Yep.
Said he didn't want to be here. He wanted to go to Miami. So you turn around, you traded a 31-year-old player for Josh Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you look at the stats and everything, they're going to be a very well-rounded defensive team next year.
Mm-hmm. I was just going to say, because Richardson, he's
He's a better. They said
he's a better defender. Well, let's put it this way: you're losing shooting by losing JJ.
Yeah, I do like to shoot. We do need a sharpshooter.
We do need a shooter. We do. I think they're waiting to see what happens with Denny Green. I think they're waiting to see what happens with him because it all comes down for him. It comes down to what Kawhi does. If Kawhi stays in Toronto, he's going to stay there. If Kawhi leaves Toronto, he's probably going to leave too. I mean, most likely he's going to leave too. And I think that's the guy that the Sixers. I don't think he was.
Well, here's the thing: if Kawhi leaves, Toronto's an 8 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they are. You know,
Yeah.
You can say what you want. Listen, I'm cool. Like if the Sixers went out last year, got Kawhi Leonard, and he left, and we won the championship, I'm all right with it.
Oh yeah.
As a fan, I'm like, all right, cool. You won me a ring.
Right.
But people are sitting there saying Philadelphia is a destination. Why is it Philadelphia a destination? Like, don't you have no justice behind your You're just being biased because you hate Philadelphia teams. You're a Boston fan. You have Gordon Hayward.
Yeah. And here's the thing with Boston. They just went and signed Kemba Walker. No one is ever going to win with Kemba Walker. The guy, he gets his points, he shoots, he does his thing, but he don't do anything to help an actual team.
No, he doesn't. Actually, I will say this. I like him.
I like him too.
If I had a choice between him and Ben, I'm taking Kemba. That's just my opinion. But
as of right now.
But as of right now. But you're not. But you got to remember something. You're not going to have Jimmy Butler.
No, I was just going to say you don't have Butler. So yeah, I agree with you there because, too, we also. I mean, we're coming into year 3 for Ben actually playing. It's year 4 of his contract, but year 3 of him on the court.
Right.
And this is a growth year. This is it, So, I mean, by Jimmy Butler leaving, that now solely put everything in the hands of Ben and Joe. I mean, this is them. It always was their team, but when you had a veteran presence like Butler, that kind of trumps you. Well, now it's their team. And don't get me wrong, I actually do like the Horford pickup. I was surprised by it, but I do like it because I think he's going to be so good for Ben and Joe. Especially Joel.
Right. And people are like, oh, he's so old. I'm like, okay, they have 7 players under the age of 27.
Right.
You need a veteran guy.
So, like I said, I was surprised by that. I really did not think that was going to happen. Like, as a matter of fact, last night when I was hanging with Bill and we were at Fluke's, rest in peace, I started getting all the alerts on my phone and I'm like, yo, the first one I got was JJ's gone, then they signed Tobias, then it dropped about Jimmy Butler, and then boom, there's Horford. I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, this is crazy. But it was a lot. There was a lot going on, and I was really S-faced to be dealing with it yesterday. So, of course, the first thing I had, my initial reaction was, Jimmy's gone. I wanted to throw my phone off the deck.
Yeah, and I get it. Like it was a shocker because
you were like,
all right, so you're gonna turn down whatever, being the third option and getting paid $180 million, and you're gonna be the third option. That just means you didn't want to. To me, it means you didn't want to. You are worried about going to Miami where it's warm. That's where you wanted to go.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to experience free AC trunk with you. It was an experience, wasn't it, Bill? Oh, man.
That's funny.
But, I'm not... I mean, the Sixers are definitely a bigger team now.
A small guy, 6'6".
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Hello.
He just shot up out of nowhere.
Yeah, he crawled underneath. That's our new cat, Cara.
Feels like Irish Wig style. That's so funny. Like, he just popped up out of nowhere. Like, oh, hey guys, here I am.
Trying to get on camera.
Yeah, he's getting his camera time. But, I can honestly say it was, and everything happened so fast yesterday. Like, and not just the Sixers, but everybody, too. Like,
the Sixers took a while.
Yeah,
and I was getting nervous. I was getting nervous because I was like, all right, like,
yeah.
Nothing was on about Toby. Nothing was on about anybody. I'm like, I'm ready.
Yeah, nothing was happening. But I there's a lot of people that I heard today, like, I listen to the someone dying out there?
No.
I thought you were getting up the run. I was
No,
like,
they're fine.
I was like, one of his offspring is about to die.
No, they're fine.
Yeah, where was I going?
You listen to the radio.
Oh, dude, and these guys calling in on the radio are just, who's freaking out? You know, they're like, we don't have any shooters. No, you can't win with big guys. And I was like, that's not necessarily untrue.
No, that's not. You can go back to old school.
You can go back to old school, and I think, and one of the guys on the morning show for the Fanatic, he brought up that he talked with Elton Brand in like the second stint that he had at the Sixers when he was kind of retired and didn't play that much, but he came back for a little while.
Yeah.
And he said he was talking to him, and he said, they were talking about something with the centers who were shooters, and he said, then I knew that this, after reflecting back, that conversation had a lot to do with what he did yesterday. He said, he's looked me right in the face, and he goes, no, he said, you can still win with big guys in this league. He said, just wear everybody out.
Right.
And I was like, that is true. I was like, that is true, and maybe that was his way of thinking with doing this. I mean, I really think that if he felt that Butler didn't want to be here,
I think he knew.
He knew.
He had to know because he had way too many stuff ready to fall back in hands. Now, the only problem is they need to build that bench.
Yeah.
They got to build it. And everything got held up in the trade today because Miami needed to move people around. I think they moved, was it Dragnik?
Yeah,
the Russian.
Yeah, he got moved.
And he's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
I would like the Sixers to pick him up if we weren't getting Richardson.
Right.
But think about this: like they traded. How good is Miami going to be? They traded Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah.
Because you know why they traded him? Because let him take a shot that Jimmy Butler didn't want. He'll punch him right in his face.
Yep.
Listen, I'm not taking. Listen, I love Jimmy when he was here. He gets that bad rap about being a bad teammate. For the Sixers, he was a cool teammate. Like he stood up for his big man. I got no problem with him. But I'm like, he's on his fourth team since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the league. Maybe it's him. And listen, I said yesterday in one group, I was like, F Jimmy Butler if you don't want to be here. I mean, I still love you if you're going to sign with the Sixers. But F you if you don't want to be here. You can't take away the guy's talent.
No.
The only thing that scares me about the Sixers is they don't have a closer.
Yeah, no, they don't.
But they're going to be a very good... a stat came out today. I printed it up and I left it at work. Was he attacking me?
No, his tail hit me. I'm like, what the hell? Sorry for my freak out moment there.
Right, you're right, Jet. You're right, Billy. 34 wins.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with you. You son of a bitch.
What happened?
He's attacking the shirt.
Is he really?
Yes. I hope it falls. I'll fix it. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, there
Come on, stupid.
He just went jumping around.
This is why I can't have good, nice things.
That is too funny.
Yeah, he's like, neither do the Phillies.
Yeah,
I said they don't have a closer.
That's true.
I was at the game yesterday, and they pulled Mickey Moniak. They were saying for, tightness in his hamstring, but I think there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but, I heard, a lot of people, though, were on the radio, they're not sure of Tobias Harris, if he's worth that money. And I was like, guys, look, you had to keep him or Butler, or both, whatever.
I got my butt as a show.
Too funny. But yeah, so I said, if they knew that they weren't going, and that was why the Tobias Harris signing came out before the Butler thing, because they knew he didn't want to be here. He didn't want to stay, so they did their thing. But yeah, I mean, I like it because he's younger.
My buddy Dave joined. He was like, you better kill Elton if he doesn't sign anybody and kills the team. And I'm like, I don't think there's nothing to kill him by.
No.
I think he did a good job. There's nothing you can say that says he didn't do it. I mean, you can disagree, but,
Yeah.
I think he did a good job.
No, I really do. And from what I'm reading all over, CBS Sportsline and Twitter with with people and what I'm reading on other sites, Brand's getting a lot of praise for like what he did.
Well,
He's getting a lot of accolades.
well-
Charles Barkley was head over heels for what he did yesterday.
Right.
He loves it.
Well, so did whatchamacallit, the guy from ESPN, Adrian Woe.
Woj. The Woj bombs.
Yeah. That dude praised Brand.
Yeah.
He said they're such a better team. He's like, they're the best team in the NBA.
Yeah, he thinks that they're better now without. Although it was funny, talking to one of the guys I work with, and he was like, I don't know, man. He said, I would have taken the deal from Houston because those guys, he said, they were offering all these first-round picks.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but first-round picks, I said, that's all well and good. I said, but you know your only first-round picks that are good are the lottery picks. I said, and you're talking Houston. I said, how good is Houston? I said, how good is their pick going to be when you have CP3, you got Harden, you know, you have Jimmy Butler. I said how good is the pick going to be? I said I don't care. I said they threw quantity, not quality. I said that's what I said. It was like a fantasy sports trade for them.
Right. That's when they offered all those direct picks last year.
Yeah. Now, you never know. They could do the same thing come time when these guys are allowed to be allowed to get traded after signing these contracts. They could do the same thing to Miami for Butler if they want him that bad.
Right.
You know, I mean, they're, you know, but they still have to do some work too to still get under so they can afford the money. But the one signing that surprised me yesterday, which was absolutely a killer, the one that got me was the sign and trade for
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, that's smart on their part. That is incredibly smart on their part.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're just listen. The dynasty's over for Golden State. It is.
It's but I mean, you think of it this way. You know, who you have? Oh, then they traded Iguodala. They traded him yesterday.
And now there's a rumor that he could get bought out by Memphis.
Yes,
I would take him in a heartbeat.
I would too. Bring him.
I always liked that guy when he was here. AI Junior.
He just wasn't. He wasn't. You know he wasn't going to be the guy. What's it? Bin Laden's compound. If he were a sports fan. Oh man, this kid.
I love him.
But yeah, no, that was a shocker. But it makes perfect sense for them. I mean, you got him for the year because they re-signed Clay. Now he's on the bench for a year. He's on the shelf. And I was like, okay, so now you see what you can do with this kid. See what happens. But I was like, that's interesting. That was an interesting one.
Oh no, I got one better for you.
What's that?
How mad are you if you're a Knicks fan?
Dude.
And they're not going to offer the max because of his Achilles? I would burn down Madison Square Garden.
Dude.
I think KD just wanted to go to New York. I'll go to Brooklyn.
Yeah. I mean, he just him. Well, now think about that one. That's going to be good though. Kyrie and him once they get together, once they get to play, I think that'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be as dominant as everyone thinks they're going to.
No, I mean, because what? KD's already he's 30 or 31, 29, 30.
Yeah.
And he's already a couple injuries, and this one is pretty significant. So that could slow him down a little. But yeah, if you're a Knicks fan, you just Empire State Building, jump. That's pretty much how it went yesterday. I mean, they were so confident, talking all this crap. We're going to KD, and then boom. They just. I don't think that organization ever wants to be successful again.
No,
I really don't. I mean, it's Kevin Durant.
I'm confused. Like when I saw that, I was like,
Yeah.
"There's no way." And sure enough, they did not offer him the max. You're gonna just come out and say you didn't want to pay him.
There was no Bin
I'd
Laden
have
connection,
more-
Bill. He wrote, burn down MSG, take down the towers, the Bin Laden connection. I'm like, oh man, you douche.
We've missed you, Bill.
You douche. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, yeah, by him going to the Nets, that flat out told you he just wanted to be in New York. That's it.
Right.
Which I'm totally fine with that. That's great. But I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I said, what a day. I was like, because I think it was in the group Highly Debatable, or no. or one of the new ones you were adding me to, one of those Philly fan crazy ones.
Oh, real Philly fans?
Yeah. Someone posted in there. No, I think it was highly debatable because someone said, "Oh yeah, Sixers fans and Knicks fans, jumping off the bandwagon." I'm like, "What? Like, what are you talking about?" I said, "What do we have to jump off of?"
Well, here's the thing. It's you have the, again, and I'm guilty of it too. It's, the one guy saying, he was just burying Brand. He's this, he's that. He's a horrible GM. He doesn't get Jimmy. He gets old whatchamacallit, old Al Horford. And I'm like, he's not that. Al Horford, 4 years, $100 million, and for a guy who was 33 years old. Trade Butler. What a joke. Elton Brand sucks as a GM. Destroyed a good team. That's what he posted. Like in the one group, that Real Philly fans group,
Yeah.
which I'm a part of. I mean, my buddy Michael Anthony are a part of, and it's like he gets muted because he's out of control, and I'm like, there's nothing you can tell me. What did he do?
Yeah, no. See, those are the guys that just overreact, And trust me, that was me.
Horford's been in the playoffs for 13 straight years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
13 straight years. He's a 6-time All-Star.
Right. So he was 20 years old when he came into the league. And we'll just say he was 20. Well, he was probably 19. But say he came into, he's been in the playoffs every year he's played.
Every single year.
He's a good defender.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand what you want.
Yeah.
Every team got worse, with the exception of the Nets. But the Nets aren't going to be anything for a minimum of 2 years.
Yeah.
They're not going to be good this year, and they're not going to be that dominant next year. Now, the third year, they'll probably...
Third year, yeah.
They'll probably be a top team.
I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, guys, why is everybody going crazy about this? I was like you said earlier, who are the teams in the East? The Sixers and Milwaukee. That's pretty much it. So, I was like, this is the time to do it right now. And the moves that he made, which, like I said, getting Richardson in, that was awesome. I was a little shocked to see Reddick go. I was a little shocked at that. I was expecting to see him leave.
But when I look at the Horford signing, I see why. He was a defensive liability.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was.
He couldn't create his own shot. He was always running around getting screens.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but you need a guy, not to say we have one, but we need a guy who can do that.
Yep, exactly. And I was like, oh man. I was like, well, it's been fun with Reddick. And like a lot of people say, yeah, well, we'll hurt a little. I said, it'll hurt a little bit. I said, but when you think about it, like you said, defensively with Horford and Richardson, I said, we got a lot better, which we were horrible at. I said, they didn't really have anyone that could play D.
No, they were...
I said, now you got two guys that can. I said, and guess what? On them being out there and being better defenders than what you did have last year, like I said, this is now the year, Shake Milton, yo. But,
yeah, Zaire Smith coming off the bench, too, so he'll be a good addition.
Yeah, so I just kept telling people...
Yes,
like,
he's still on the team, Zaire Smith.
Yeah, he is. He's on the bench. He's on the bench.
He knows, Bill. He remembers.
I know. But, so I said to them, I said, look, I went, yeah, you lose a shooter in JJ. I went, you do. I said, but you gained where he was a liability. I said, with two guys. I said, you gained in that. I said, now you got Joe. I said, and this is the year that Ben needs to mature and he needs to start shooting. He has to. And if he doesn't, then guess what? They're gonna. Who's gonna be able to take him because they're working on his contract extension right now.
Right.
They're working on that.
Well, and I just think with Horford, he's the guy who can sit there and say, go to the bottom, stop going to the top of the key.
Mm-hmm.
You're 7'2".
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's where the veteran leadership comes in.
Yeah.
Who was going to sit there and tell, Embiid to go down low? Jimmy Butler. I mean, what?
No.
Jimmy Butler. He wasn't like the proven leader.
Right.
The Sixers didn't really have a proven. He hit some big time shots for us, no doubt. But he wasn't a leader. We didn't have a leader. That's the problem. We didn't have a Kawhi Leonard. We didn't have like that guy who would sit there and say, this is my shot. Like you go down there. We didn't have that guy.
Well, so that's why I'm glad Horford's there now, because maybe, hopefully, since he schooled Embiid a couple of times in the last couple of years, maybe he can sit there and tell him, stop taking all these damn threes. Be a dominant center. You want to be MVP? Be a center. Get yourself in shape. Lose some weight. Stop eating 4 chicken sandwiches before each game.
True.
Which, by the way, did you see the video that Embiid posted to his Instagram?
With him and his girl.
Yeah.
And they were in Africa, and he's like, I'm too big to die.
He's like, I can't die. I'm African. We don't die.
Right.
I was like, yo, this dude. I didn't know his girlfriend was African. Or South African, whatever it is. She definitely had, well, she's got an accent, let's put it that way. Don't mean to profile, I just did, but.
She's a white girl.
Oh, well, what do you think's on South Africa now?
Yeah, white girl. I know.
Right. it's not what it used to be. But,
Didn't you ever see Lethal Weapon 2?
I was just going to bring that up. It's so funny you said that. So funny
Come
you said
on.
that. That was the best. The guy's like, but you're black. Awesome stuff. Yeah, like I said, I was a little sad to see Jimmy go, but I think in the long run it was a better situation for him to take off, and I agree. I mean, here we are agreeing again. It's a good, you know what I mean? They're better. They're honestly better than what they were last year. I feel that way. So
now they have 82 games to work with themselves.
Yep. You got it all ready to go. You're there. It's awesome. So, you just profile kids in wheelchair stuff. I don't profile them. I slam their asses into the wall. You're not going to meet no football star today, kid. So.
This is why we'll never go national. You're a bully.
I bully handicapped kids. That sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. That kid's ever gonna see this, probably not. I'm so sorry. But so I was happy with everything.
Excuse me.
Let's see what else. I guess that bamboo fascination only works at home, huh?
Or it was the Mets.
Or it was the Mets.
Listen, I said if they went out and swept Miami, there would have been a bamboo on plant right here. But they didn't go out and sweep Miami.
They didn't sweep Miami.
I don't get it. Why? This better not be like the Houston Astros. Remember in 05 and 06 when the Phillies were starting to get good again?
Yeah.
And they just couldn't beat Houston.
Just couldn't do it.
I was like, I hope, and Houston was at least good. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm so with the Phillies. I don't know. Like I was saying their offensive problems all were 100% around losing McCutcheon for the year.
That's a big one.
That's a big loss right there. And ever since he went out, you saw a slow decline. Then it brought out the the weakness with the pitching staff. It just brought it out because now you're not getting those runs, and now you got these guys. And I'm not just saying it's all the starters. Like the relievers have been, they have not been good.
No.
So I mean it's, and I'm not going to bash my favorite guy to hate.
Did you see what he did last night? Yesterday?
I did not.
There's a runner. I think he was on second.
Okay.
And a ball was hit to the outfield. And there was already a runner on third. The runner from third scored. So he rounded third.
Okay.
And there was a runner on, and Segura was on second. So Segura was at third. He got caught in a rundown.
Okay.
So Alfaro lobs the ball to the third baseman. Now Segura's right there. More or less, Arrieta gave himself up.
Really?
So he started running towards home.
Okay.
Alfaro didn't move out of the way. So they called interference on Alfaro. Arrieta scores. And they give the base to Segura, and Harper went to second. I was like, that's a smart play. I know you're not going to think it, but I was
No,
like,
that is a smart play. Now I'm because I didn't see it, but I'm trying to play it out in my head while you're telling me, and I'm like, that is pretty smart. That's good. All right, good job for you, Jake. Good job. Good job.
Your hatred is funny. And listen, you can't sit there and just say, his pitching has sucked. The whole goddamn team has sucked. Like, they've sucked as a whole.
But he's the shining star of suckness. I'll say, no, you're right. The entire, it just has not been.
The problem is there's a times he'll point it out. I'm like, no, dude, you're chill the hell out. You're not pitching like Nolan Ryan.
Well, that was why I said no.
You're pitching like Nolan Carroll from the Eagles. I mean, I don't know how good he was.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I told you, my biggest thing was I don't want a guy that's making the money he's making calling people out when he says, "Oh, I made 4 mistakes last night." Guess what? They were all home runs. Don't shut up. You know, like I don't know. I'm not going to get back on that friggin' soapbox, but that's just what gets me. Right? We're paying you good money. Go out there. If you want to talk smack, then you better pitch like Kurt Schilling. That's how I look at it. Like,
he gave up 4 runs the other day. That's to me, that's not good.
No.
I don't understand what the deal is with them.
No.
Sad.
So, but yeah, they're just in a spiral, man. They're just, I don't get it. And then you got the people who are, still fire Gabe. And I'm like, guys, come on, like, this guy, like, you don't sign people, right, and expect them to get hurt. You sign them and you expect them to really, perform. You have, that's why it's called projections for a season. They didn't do a good job of projecting what would happen if McCutcheon got hurt. They didn't. I mean, then again, you didn't know.
You never play. You never. Oh, if McCutcheon goes hurt, this is what we have to play. Never. I hope that they smack around Dallas Cowboys tomorrow night.
I want to see that. I really want to see that. I'd love it. I would love it if they did. I can't wait anymore. I know we're talking a little bit of baseball, but can we deviate to one thing for football?
Sure, absolutely.
How many games is he getting suspended?
I don't know.
I don't know if he does or not, to be honest with you.
I don't.
I don't know if he does or not, to be honest with you. But
I don't want to see the guy get suspended.
I don't.
He didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly, he did not.
But I want to see him get suspended to see what that can do. Because I can't wait to be right. I'm going to moonwalk across the show.
I'm going to moonwalk. He's going to moonwalk
across the show if Dak gets exposed for the fraud he is. And I don't think Dak's that bad of a quarterback.
No.
I don't.
No, there's just certain things that he can't do where everyone says, "Oh, he can't." No, shut up.
He's athletic. He's much more athletic than Wentz because they want to sit there and they want to compare Wentz. That's their measuring stick is Wentz. And we know he's got legs like a bull. You better shoot him in the leg with a gun. You better do a last Boy Scout for him because that's the only way you're bringing him down.
Yes.
And I've said this. Multiple other smart Philadelphia Eagles fans have said this, but Dallas fans they're just like this, and they just want to see, what the next. And like I've done nothing but talk Dak up. Mm-hmm. I've done nothing but sit there. Like when Zeke got suspended, I didn't think he deserved to get suspended. You suspended him on the assumption that you thought he did something. There was no police. There was nothing there. You thought he did something wrong. Just like go back to Brady. You thought Brady deflated a football. You had no definitive proof.
No proof.
They had no proof, and they're just suspending people. And I get it. Like everyone wants to see Dallas falter and this and that. And the one guy, Lorenzo, is like, "You're really worried. You're keeping tabs on my team." Yeah, because I'm not scared of the Giants, and I'm not scared of the Redskins.
Right.
I don't think the Giants are going to be that good. Mm-hmm. The Redskins. You're going to tell me Case Keenum is going to beat Dallas's defense? It's going to beat the Eagles' defense?
Yeah. Yeah, no. Those are two teams you're not worried about.
Right. And I'm being honest. Now they are division games, and they're going to be hard games.
Right.
No doubt. I think the Eagles win both of them. But I also think that if Zeke gets suspended, and I hope it's 10 games. I really do. I hope it's I hope it's a slap in the face to just Dallas fans everywhere. And it's not even I think Zeke's the best running back in the NFL. I don't care about Saquon Barkley. I don't care about Todd Gurley. I don't care about Kareem Hunt. But I can't think of anybody else. Like
he was just involved in another incident.
Yeah, well, he was talking to cops. Talking to cops.
Yeah.
But I think everyone's like, well, look at his line. I said, it's not a matter about the line. When he gets to the line and he hits you, he's got 3 or 4 more yards.
Yeah.
So if he gets to the line, stand there and wait for him.
Mm-hmm.
You're the linebacker. He's going to hit a linebacker. The linebacker's going to take him another 3 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So, and to me, that is the best running. To me, when it comes to running backs, that's the best running back. I don't hope he gets suspended. I hope he plays 16 games. I hope they go 13-3. I hope they lose again in their first round of the playoffs. And I hope Dak gets $34 million a year. I hope Amari Cooper gets $16 million a year. I hope everybody else gets $1 million. Gets all this money.
Mm-hmm.
And Zeke's like, I guess I'm not playing for you guys. And they'll be exposed for what he is.
I keep trying to tell some of the Dallas fans, I'm like, guys, I said, you understand. I said, bottom line, at the end of the day, I said, it's about cash. I said, he's sitting back watching everything that's going on. Now, granted, I don't think right now, considering, and I think you brought it up, where he wouldn't have, he can't hold out right now because with this whole, what's going on right now with him, with that stupid thing that happened, and now he's got this, meeting with the commissioner. He would have no leverage. He honestly would have no leverage, and you can go back and you can say, "Oh, well, look at what he's done this first." Yeah, we know, but right now he's in the public eye again for the wrong reasons. So he's got no leverage. So he's going to sit back. He's going to play good. He's going to be the good little cowboy with his 10-gallon hat, and he's going to do what he's got to do. And then boom, if they're going to pay him, they're going to pay him. But I'm reading all these comments on chat groups and stuff like that, and all the Cowboys fans are like, "Oh, they don't have to pay him." What do you mean you don't have to pay him? They're like, they can franchise tag him. I'm like, no, that's the best way to get a guy to sign. Yeah, franchise tag him 3 years in a row with no guaranteed money. I'm just going to play, basically, yeah, you're giving me a nice padded number, but I'm just going to play, and if I get hurt, my career's done. But guess what? Jerry still has Jerry World, and he ain't going bankrupt. So, and I keep trying to tell them that. I'm like, you think his agent's not going to be in his ear? Like, yo, you've been their workhorse now for 3 years. I mean, look what he did in year 2 when he got suspended for those 6 games. Look what he did when he came back.
He still had 1,000 yards.
Still had 1,000 yards. I mean, so that tells you something.
I don't get it. Like, I'm at a loss for words with Dallas fans. They really are. I don't want to call them dumb, because I like breaking their ball. They're not the dumbest fans in the world.
No.
Me and Eric have literally met the dumbest football fan in the history of social media, and I'm not kidding. He's dumb. There's no other way to describe him. And I'm gonna let you describe him and talk about what makes him so dumb, because you dealt with him more than I did, and.
We actually had a football conversation. Legit, a football conversation. We actually did.
Hey, close the door. You can come in. It is what it is.
Yeah, so... Yeah, we actually had a football conversation, and it was based around, oh, jeez, cat number 1. But, it was based around, again, I was trying to explain to him how bad that contract for their quarterback is. Mr. $84 million for, not making the playoffs. And he was like, well, we were, our defense wasn't this, wasn't that, we lost all these people. I understand that, but you do realize that if you didn't commit $84 million in guaranteed money to one guy, you'd be able to get some quality players on your defense. I said, no, I'm not toting the Eagles' boat here. I said, but look at how they handled everything. Because he was like, oh, well, we signed all these guys back to the team. I was like, right, so did the Eagles. I said, so you signed your core players, we signed our core players. I said, but the last guy we signed was our quarterback, who gave them an incredibly team-friendly deal. He got his money. They're happy with it. It's structured a certain way. And then, of course, I did get the, well, you don't know contracts. I'm like, no. Oh.
I got that too.
I'm like, dude, come on. Like, stop with the you don't know this, you don't know that. Okay? Like, I know you got it somewhere too. Like, you can find online the breakdown. And some of these other guys.
I think he's due $30 million his first 2 years. And he's like, no, he's not. It's not in his contract. I'm like, the way NFL contracts,
yes,
that they broke it down, he's due $30 million due to his signing bonus.
Yes.
It's not his salary.
Right.
And it was like trying to tell
they don't understand
my
that.
5-year-old.
There's
and
another one.
I am in no way a contract negotiator or contract knower of all things. Just reading what I read online, he was due $30 million between this season and next season. And that was with the money that was on the line. That was with the money that was broken down.
Right.
I was like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
And
I
will say this, and he like when I posted the thing about the 10-8 quarterback and the 8-10 quarterback, and he was like, "Well, I need to know the names of the quarterback." I said, "You're missing the point." I said, "You're not a Dallas fan, so this really doesn't apply to you, because you're not sitting there saying that your quarterback's the best quarterback in your division because of his division record. This is really directed at Dallas fans, telling me that 13-5 is better than whatever and then so and so says, and that's why I broke it down into that. Do you want the 8-10 quarterback against the division, or do you want the 10-8 quarterback? Well, the one Dallas fan was like, "Oh, I need to know what the rest of his records were."
No,
I said no. I said I broke it down by division. Since you Dallas fans love to post about Dak's 13-5 record, I need to know which quarterback you would take. Not one not one Dallas fan responded.
No, because they're all trolls, and they can't.
I don't even think they're trolls. I just think they're stupid.
Well, it's trolls and stupidity. You're not giving them enough lack of info that they want. They can't comprehend, like you're saying, because they're freaking stupid. So they can't comprehend what you're trying to do. When I saw you put that post out, I went, I like where he's going with this, and that's why I love the fact that you're Mr. Numbers and you analyze everything. I think it's awesome because I sit there, I watch you with your little banter back and forth with some of those chuckleheads, and I'm just laughing at it, like on my phone. You got that one. That's a good one. Like, I like that one too. Oh wait, I'll make that a laughing like.
I don't get it. Like, you're gonna live by it. You're gonna live, and then another one that they posted was so the Undertaker's coming to Philly at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. So another thing what was the other? Oh, that he's got the same amount of wins in the last 3 seasons as Tom Brady. Let's calm down. Tom Brady's got 8 playoff wins, 3 Super Bowl appearances. Calm down.
Yeah. So, well, I said, wait a minute. You just compared him to? I didn't compare him. I said you just did. You just said he has the same amount of. I went, dude. Seriously, I didn't compare him to him. I'm just pointing out a fact.
That's comparing.
I was like, Jesus, you know what? Like, you guys are so stupid. And they think they're so... Chuckleheads, that term from 1930 offends me. Shut your mouth! Jeez! But...
Want to go to Flukes after? Oh, wait.
Soon?
Is that too soon? Too soon?
No Flukes? Dude,
too soon.
My man was crying. He got all emotional.
We were here...
He was emotional, Bill.
We were here Friday night, and I had a barbecue. I had a barbecue. Me, him, Rich, and Melissa were outside. He's like, I'm going to Flukes after this. I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night. He's like, I know. I'm going there all weekend.
Yeah, he did.
So, I just laughed at him. He was like, it's my home away from home, and I get it. I never had a bar that I went to all the time. And anyway, all the bars I went to in my 20s and 30s, they're all closed.
They're all gone.
Because I stopped drinking. like I used to go to Finnegan's Wake all the time.
Loved it there.
TJ Whalen used to go. I will set fire to your studio. If I had a bar that I was sad to close down, What? Yeah, stop it. It would be T.J. Wellhands. T.J. Wellhands was like
Wires. Whoa.
going back with our frosty mugs.
Well, it is still there. He's right. Molly's is still there.
But it's not Molly McGuire's. It's something else.
The one all the way up on 73?
No, this is the one on Fox Chase.
Okay. Alright.
I think it's on Pike. But if I had it would be T.J. Wellhands. Like I went there, like I watched a lot of sports there. You know, we told our friends that I told the majority of my friends on St. Patty's Day that Melissa was pregnant.
Right.
With Chase. So I had a lot of memories at T.J. Wellhands. If I had to pick a bar, it'd probably be T.J.'s. It's more or less where I grew up.
You know,
and I got drawn. Oh man, never left. Me and Rich never left that bar walking straight.
Yeah, for me, actually, the one I went to all the time was Fluke's. That was the one that I would always go to. I was never a part of that Currens crowd. I was never part of that. Like I know that there's like a big portion of Mayfair and Tacoma where so they just go to Currens. So it's and I was never part of that crew. I always just stuck at Fluke's for whatever reason. But I mean, it's not like it didn't kill me. But I mean, I know Bill he felt sentimental towards it. There were some things, with his family.
Well, he put the thing in there, and I get it. I remember when his grandpa passed. I remember. I don't remember Fresh being 21, but he had his nephew or niece's party there when his sister was pregnant. I get it.
Yeah.
I can get it. Like I'm gonna break his balls.
Right.
But I'm like,
I'm just interested to find out what happens with that location. There's all these rumors about who's buying it, who's interested in it, and all this stuff. Like one of the rumors was that Chicky and Pete's wants to buy it. Another rumor was the guys that just sold Pub 36 on Frankfurt Ave, which is now King's Highway Tavern. Rumor is that they want to buy it, which I know for a fact that.
I have this since I never had it because Peyton had one yesterday.
Yes, you can have it.
What do I have?
Nothing. She didn't have one last night.
She had strawberry ice cream yesterday with a little bit. And then I had...
I'll get you water ice later. It's just right in front.
I love how she's got to walk right up and say, Dad? And you're like, stay there, okay.
Why are you strangling me with the microphone wire? I'm toting Flukes. I'm giving you credit with Flukes. I'm not making fun of you right now.
Yeah, no, we're giving you props for Flukes. Yeah, but there's all
I
kind
I hope it's not chicken. I think chicken pizza's overrated.
Oh, it definitely is anymore. I mean, the only one I actually go to, I go to the original. It's the only one I go to. I mean, I just like it because it's small. I love the whole atmosphere of it with it being, part of a row home. I dig it. All the other ones to me are just.
I like the South Philly one.
See, every time I go there, it just takes forever to freaking get seated.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm the idiot. I go after like a major game or something. So yeah, everybody's going to be there, and it just ruins my experience. But I mean, and plus the last time I was there, I think I got sick off the. I think it was from the amount of all the alcohol I had too. I'm not going to say it was their food, but I think drinking 2 cases of beer and then saying, "Hey, New England clam chowder sounds like a good thing to eat." Yeah. Bah.
I got it. Rich is still home. I'll tell you about me. We went to. We were talking about sports bars. We went to Chickies in South Philly. It was like me. It was Rich. It was our friend Nanny.
Okay.
My buddy Dan. And a bunch of other people. We went for a Villanova game. I think it was 04. If I'm wrong, Rich, correct me. But I went there. I had my Nova stuff on, this and that, and they drew. I don't know who it was. I think it was Nova drove up and the guy blocked them. They were playing Boston College. They called goaltender. It was at the end of the game, so Nova won. Well, there was a couple seconds left, and I stood up on the bar. I was hammered. I was drinking Towers. We were drinking Towers all night. I was going nuts. I was like, yeah, you love that. Like, there was a guy in front of me. I'm like rubbing his head, this Boston College fan. I'm like, you love that. I like touching, shaking him. And, a waitress comes over and says, sir.
Uh-huh.
I said, yes. She's like, I'm going to turn your hat forward. Knock it off the table.
Right.
Knock it off the table that you're dancing on and going nuts and torturing patrons. But I'm going to need you to turn your hat back around and worse. I was like, oh my God. You got to be kidding me. So, but, yeah, that's what more or less they said. Yeah, it was 04. So, yeah, so that was a good... So, yeah, But I get, the sentimental to flukes. I get it. We were talking about trying to get the Fiddlers one night. But we want to go when you're there, because I really don't feel like going with no one I know. Don't know. To be honest with you, I don't like walking into new bars where I don't know people.
Yeah, that's no problem. Definitely. I just gotta figure out when the hell I'm there. I'm hardly there.
Yeah, turn your hat around. That's what they said. Turn your hat around. Don't leave the Boston College fan alone. I'm gonna just turn your hat around. All right, dude. Whatever.
Turn your hat around. I love it. I never. Well, see, that was always one thing I don't like. I know a lot of people like wearing their hat backwards and stuff like that, but we used to argue about that stuff over at the original Fiddlers. I was like, guys, just if they're gonna have their hats, turn them forward. I said, I don't want basketball jerseys. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want stuff like that. Dude, we were just we were just at Secrets in Ocean City, Maryland. One of the people that was with our group was told he had to take his. It was like one of those muscle shirts. He had to take a muscle shirt off. What?
Fucking Bill. He's not wrong.
No.
He's not wrong.
But they told him he had to take his shirt off because it was of the mesh material. It wasn't a basketball jersey. It was the mesh material with the perforated holes in the shirt. They made him take it off because it was basketball jersey material.
Good.
And I was like, that's weird. Like, but a lot of places are starting to do that now. Like, they're all starting to do that now. But, yeah, so, we're okay, we start talking about sports bars and stuff, or bars.
Yeah, alright, we'll get back.
Yeah,
what were we
can
talking
get back.
about?
We can make that a conversational piece another time.
Yeah, we'll do the CEV top sports bars in Philadelphia.
Oh, that ought to be interesting. That one ought to be fun. Dude,
We're gonna make Fiddler's Green #1 on that list by the end of the year.
It's not a sports bar.
Guaranteed.
That's not a sports bar.
We're gonna make it.
I mean no.
When we do our pregame show on Sundays, when I'm getting drunk at 11 o'clock. Right, so we covered baseball. Or no, we covered basketball. Again, Sixers, #2 team in the East, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Roster-wise.
No, I'll give you that.
Anything's possible that can happen.
Yeah.
But the All-Star game, you did. You have. That's the thing. The funny thing is, Bill, you have done that. And I really don't think that's something to brag about. I don't know, maybe I'm being silly. You're not. I thought you were answering.
Bar stuff.
Of course. At least I'm parenting. He's doing business. So, but Phillies, man, JT Real Muto, All-Star.
They did. He was
His name today.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's worthy. You can't tell me he's not worth it.
Yeah. No. I mean, no. He is. I mean, he was actually one of the better players that they had going. So yeah, definitely.
I forget who the starter was, but I was like, how's JT Real Muto? Not the starter. And then I went and saw who the starter. Oh, the guy from Chicago, Wilson Contreras.
Yes.
Oh, he's killing it. Killing it.
Too funny. Alright, so they shut it off. Okay, good.
So, yeah, my buddy Mike on social media, he's like, anytime you want a Philly sports song on, I'm like, dude, I've been trying to get people to come on all the time. Everyone's scared to come
They're
on.
all afraid to come on. They're all afraid to do that. 100% afraid. But, hey, I get it too. I mean, well, dude, I like when you start calling people out and you're asking them, Nishak, oh my God.
You can't say that!
I mean, it's comical that he's saying that, but you can't. Man. This dude, he's funny. He's funny.
This is why we missed you, Bill.
I was trying to get him to come here today. I really was. He was like, I might just do that. And I was like, bullshit. No, I might. And I was like, uh-huh.
How about this, Bill? And I know my wife's watching now, and she'll be happy if she hears me. When we officially get set up in the bar, you're gonna be our special host. We'll do celebrity sportscasting instead of celebrity bartending. We'll do celebrity sportscasting. But that's I just Wilson Contreras was killing it. And I didn't think he was doing that good. And I'm like, Real Muto should have been. And I looked up his stats and I was like, no, he shouldn't have been. Contreras is batting like 300. He's got like 10 more RBIs, like 3 more home runs. I'm like, son of a bitch. So, but I barely put on pants today. Oh, he's nuts. But now, Phillies, still 4 games over 500. They jumped out to that big lead, and
Yeah, I can't. Oh, I'm just getting to his comment. I just saw him like barely put pants on today. I'm like, what? Oh God, Bill.
That's Bill for it.
Well, you had the day off, so
it's excused. It's allowed.
Too funny. All right.
What do you? I don't know if we talked about it last time, but what do you think? I have my feelings.
Okay.
What do you think about training camp?
Because now, granted, I've heard it from both sides. I actually got into it with a good buddy of mine.
That's all. That's why I brought it up.
I'm on board with him. I was completely that guy. Like, I would go up every year. My uncle had a house up in Allentown, and we made it. Like, he literally, you want to cross the road, 5 minutes, and we're there. So it was me, my cousin, my uncle, and whatever friends that I would bring up, because he had this big ass mansion. We just took it over, and so that retrospect, yeah, it was awesome. It was great. I feel what everybody's saying. I just think that when they're doing it for their charity, when it involves for kids, suck it up. It's
coming from the guy who pushed over a cripple.
I did, and I'm sorry, little man. I really am. I hope you get ice cream every day. I don't know what else to say. And I'll give you ice cream if I ever see you again.
All right, here's my thing. Like, yes, it's only $10, and yes, you can write it off on your donation at the end of the year. And I get it, but only one open practice.
See, I don't care about the open practices. I don't.
Yeah, but
because to me, it doesn't. It's not the same anymore to me. So I'm dead to it. Like I want Allentown. I want Lehigh Valley. I don't want to go sit in the link.
But see, here's the thing, and this is why I think I've been to Allentown, and this is why it's different for like me. I had no problem. Like but here's the thing. So you're now spending $50 to go see them practice. You're going to buy food. You're going to buy drink. So now what used to be a free day is now going to turn into a $150 day.
Okay.
My thing is this. If you're going to charge, what you need to do is you need to have the free open practice, and then you need to have an autism awareness practice.
Okay, I like that.
You know, since that's what it goes for. Like, oh boy. Just when you try to be serious. Alright. Alright, so the Eagles are all about autism awareness, so.
Yes.
This is, if my thinking is this. You have 3 practices. One is a free practice. But, all the concession stands, everything else, a portion of that goes to their autism awareness funds.
Because they'll make money off of that.
Goes through, and I'm saying all 3 practices.
Okay.
And then you make all 3 practices free. Now, when you have the autism awareness practice, it would be a special needs. Nobody make any comment about autism, but you have the autism, which means you just have the practice.
Right.
You don't have the music blaring in the background because that's
right.
When you're on a spectrum, the noise bothers you.
I gotcha.
So but if you have, and then you invite the families down to come down to the field. Like if you're gonna use autism as your focal point, then you need to advertise it. Like you need to market it. Like
Right.
you need you gotta have. Okay, so so everybody who spent, so now 10 times 60 is 60. What is it? With 60,000 people, 60,000 or 40,000 tickets sold. I don't even know.
Whatever it was.
So it's $400,000.
Right.
Think about how much money you would bring in if the concession stands went there. Because listen, every time I go there, I've gone to the last so-and-so practices. This year I didn't get tickets. No big deal. I wasn't able to buy them. I think they were sold out. I might try and get them at the last second. Yeah. But, that's... hold on. Lost my train of thought. But use the concession stands as your selling point.
I gotcha.
Use your... Like, they're doing 50-50.
Right.
Use that as your selling point. Like, just... You're going to... because if you go up and you buy a 50-50 ticket, you can't sit there and say, oh, I spent, this much money at an Eagles game on a 50-50 ticket. Like, yes, you have the proof through the $10 donation. Like, but do the Eagles provide you with the EIN number? The donation number? For
right.
Like, that, I don't know. Whoever did, like, Dave McGee bought them. I know my sister bought them. Like, did they provide you the information? And I'm not saying the Eagles are going to pocket the money.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, there's other ways to donate to the cause. If you have the 50-50, that's going to donate to the cause. You have the sales from concession stands. Listen, they're paying $12 for a can of that big beer. Half of it can go to the donation. More people are inclined to purchase it knowing it's going to a donation.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Well,
or you have for parking. Charge $5 for parking.
Yeah.
All the cars that come down.
Well, I can honestly tell you.
It's my phone. Yeah, Mike, I just ignored your phone call. How are you calling me and you're on the show? Seriously.
He's like, seriously. I just thought we ran into like a Lifetime commercial right now. I didn't know what was going on like that. I'm like, what's happening over here? No, but also don't get me wrong. I also said that I thought the Eagles handled the whole thing wrong.
I know.
It was a complete slap in the face to a lot of people, to a lot of fans.
Right. Because I'll say this, like, people, they make a day out of it. They really do. Like,
yeah.
Like, I know I do. Like, I go down there, you're like down there 4 or 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you're paying, now you feel obligated to stay down there in the 98-degree heat.
Mm-hmm.
like, listen, I paid. I'm staying.
I'm staying.
I don't care if I get if I get dehydrated. I'm staying. That's where I think they. I don't even want to know what he read. What he typed.
He said you just looked and no answer. You're cut.
Again.
Again. Yeah, no, I felt that they did handle it wrong.
They should have another free open practice, in my opinion. Again, I got no problem with them charging $10.
Or do another because they do a lot for autism, and they always have like their autism event. You know,
The bike run.
they got the bike run, but they also have an event in the stadium for just families that have kids with autism.
No, I didn't know that.
And they're out on the field, they're doing the kick catch and return thing. I mean, when I worked down there, they had like this whole big Angry Birds set where kids are able to use a big thing to shoot the Angry Birds.
Oh, my best friend's son loves Angry Birds.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they do a lot. Like whoever came up with this idea of the one open practice, yeah, they dropped the ball big time on that. They really did. And I actually like, yeah, we're talking about practice, Bill. You know what he's trying to say, practice. But, yeah, they did. They should have had multiple ones. I do agree with that.
Or just have one more. Like, they used to have 2 open practices. Then you cut it down to 1.
Yeah.
It is...
I don't understand where whoever comes up with their planning for the practices and stuff like that and stuff that they're going to do in like situations like this. I don't know how anyone sitting in that room didn't sit there and say what you just said, like, well, you're taking away every open practice, if you're leaving one and you're charging people now to come in, that's not going to sit well. Why can't we just do multiple?
It was a bad marketing.
Yeah.
It was bad. And
I agree
they tried to make it up with the donation, but it was a bad marketing.
Yeah, but my standpoint is they put one out there. That is what they decided. Whoever makes that call. All right. You're also getting in there for $10. You're donating. It's one time. It's the first time it's happened. After all this backlash, it's probably not going to happen again. They're probably going to go back to.
Has there really been that much backlash?
Oh, people are
on their like their social media pages.
Social media calling in when they calling in about it on the radio shows. And these people,
it ain't that.
These people are making it sound like you just took away a rite of passage and all this stuff. No, they took away a rite of passage when they left Lehigh. That's when they took away the rite of passage to be, to be a family, a pilgrimage up to Lehigh, and hang out and go about the town and see the players in the one little restaurant that they have up there. You get to go hang out and eat dinner and hear. Like I remember being there, and here comes Donovan McNabb and T.O. who are like respective people and stuff like that. Well, McNabb with his side piece, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like that was the stuff that I loved, and while yes, they made it easier for fans to come see them down in South Philly, you took away stuff that fathers have done with their kids for years. And now you brought it to the link. Okay, fine. Maybe the kid's never been in the link before. Now they get to see what.
Just Bill. Pilgrimage. Calm down, Columbus. No, I get it.
It's just that's when they took the whole mystique about training camp away when they came to South Philly. So there were people that didn't like that, but then guess what? They loved the fact that they could wake up, get on a bus, and be at the stadiums in a half an hour, or drive down, or Uber down, or whatever. So then they got used to that, and now they love it. And now they cut it down to one, and okay, well, we're going to make it for charity, and it's going to make everything great. The way I look at it is, this is how they set it up for this year. Suck it up. And just deal with it. Email them, send them letters, I don't care, tweet them. Next year it's going to go back to the way it was. Because there's going to be too much from it. So, but I honestly do. It was a slap in the face to a lot of people, and I understand that. But I don't know. I just feel it's very when you know that it's for a charity and it's a one-time thing.
Sixers signed Kyle O'Quinn. No idea who that is.
Is he a guard? Is he a shooter?
I don't know. But go back.
Yeah, so that's all that's what gets me. It's just suck it up. Like you sound like whiny bitches when you start. I mean, and they really do. And I hate to say it because I know a few of my friends, like good friends of mine, felt some sort of way about it. And I said to one of my buddies on the phone, I went, "Oh, so because your kid doesn't have autism, here we go. Why should I have to pay? My kid's fine." And he's like, wow, dude.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
And I went, well, I'm going to go there. I said, because that's how, to me, that's how people sound. You know, guess what? Screw the kids that are sick. You know, I want to be able to go see the game I want to go see practice for free, but screw the kids that are sick.
That's a bit much.
Well, hey, guess what? I think it's a bit much that these people are complaining about having to donate to go to this one open practice. Just deal with it, shut up, suck it up, go have fun.
Well, since we're on the topic of Philadelphia Eagles, have you been following your favorite tight end from the Eagles lately?
What, Ertz?
Yeah.
What about him being over there with his
Over in
wife?
Paris,
Yeah, what about him?
This Team USA, man, they play tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Oh, that's screw soccer.
Get out of here.
I hate soccer.
It's not a matter of, you root for your country.
Okay, good. You know what? I can root for the American beer drinking team. I'll do that. Screw soccer. I don't like soccer.
No, I do.
I hate soccer.
Oh my God. I hope Rich is watching, because he'll murder your face.
Dude, hey, look, I'm not saying anything bad about the sport itself. I don't like soccer.
Says the guy who piled trip a cripple kick.
It was a stunner. Get it right. Yeah, no, I'm not a soccer guy. So
That's fine. I'm a big soccer guy. That dude needs to go. That's my sister. No, it was funny because they were somebody posted something like right before the tournament started. Julie was over there, and they were like, hold on. To hell with soccer.
He's like, to hell with soccer.
He's the greatest son. No, you know, Coach Peterson told him, listen, you can leave the country, go be with your wife. I know he's a grown man, but sometimes you still got to check in with your coach. You really just can't leave the country to go. But I'm like, what do you really think he's doing in Paris? You really think he's out partying every night?
No.
He's with his wife.
He's with his wife.
In Paris.
He's
probably working out with the girls like himself.
Yeah.
Like they're fitness freaks.
They are.
And it was funny because
I know him and his wife are.
Yeah, they were on the cover a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
They were in the magazine. I know my wife was like, oh, well, so Doug let Zach go to Paris, but, you know, Julie couldn't go to the Super Bowl. I said, she was at the Super Bowl. She was like, well, what was that video of her crying? I said, that was her in California. It was the NFC Championship game. I'm like, there's a difference between the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. Like, she was there. She's like, are you sure? I said, there's an overhead picture of the trophy coming up and him kissing his wife when Kevin Hart was trying to get on stage. Like, he's trying to argue, and you just see Ertz and Ertz kissing. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm Kevin Hart.
Right. and that dude was like 6'9", was like,
he just kept looking, no. But, yeah, you're right. He's there with his wife. He's there with his wife and the women's national soccer team, who's probably got all of their girlfriends and, you know, because they're probably all lesbians.
hey!
No, I mean, they're there with their significant others. You know they are. There's a huge difference in them two games. Andy Reid. I mean, they're all there with their significant others. I mean, yeah.
Because somebody put something there, like, you know, that, like, the player, like, Ertz being over there, you know, it's football season.
Yeah.
Well, it's not football season.
It's
really, OTAs.
Yeah, it's OTAs. I mean, but it's not like he's gonna have. It's not like his year's gonna be shot to hell because he went to go support his wife while she's playing in the World Cup.
Right. You know, they said coach was like, go be with your wife. You're allowed to go. And
yeah, like
he was gonna stay, and coach was like, no, go be with your wife.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna play this season divorced.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think she would really care. I really don't.
No,
she gets it. Like, he's a professional athlete.
No.
They have their certain times to be, you know, handling business, because that's what she's doing. She's handling business. You know, so she gets it. When you're a pro athlete and you're married to another pro athlete, you pretty much know what their schedules are going to be. His first drop pass, I'm blaming soccer.
It's football.
Yeah, but no, it's when you marry someone, it's I have no problem with them being over there. I really don't.
I cannot wait for football. I know we're talking about soccer and we're talking about Ertz, but I really can't wait. Like, and I hope they go 12-4. You know me, I got them at 12-4 and Wentz winning the MVP.
Yeah. Dude, you know what? I keep looking at the schedule, and I'm like, all right, 12-4. I agree with that. Maybe 13-3. Possible.
I'm not giving them 13 wins.
I won't say that's it. I will definitely say.
The last time I gave them 13 wins, they went 8-8.
Yeah. True.
And then the 1 year I had them going 10-6, they win. They go 13-3, and our quarterback is the MVP season, and we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I had them 10-6, maybe winning one playoff game. No, instead they run the league over.
Oh man.
Upstairs, unless you can get it out yourself.
I had this guy on one of those chat groups today. He was just relentless. Like, I don't know. I got added. Did you go through the flyer schedule game by game?
No. 41-41.
They're going to be horrible.
You think they're going to be bad?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
You think the Flyers are going to be bad?
They've technically been bad for the last 50 years.
No, but I mean, well played. But I mean, do you think they're going to be that bad, that much worse? You don't think they'll be better than next year?
No, I mean they're going to be bad, but I think they'll be a little bit better.
And we're just leaving out hamburgers and Philadelphia water ice.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, I don't. No ties. Shut up. No, I mean I like what they did with the defense. They brought in 2 veteran guys. Now my cousin, who's a huge hockey guy, he swear it was the worst thing ever to get rid of Gudis from Niskanen because Niskanen's older and he's only getting older. He's not getting younger.
I'd trade Gudis for your charging wire.
Right. Exactly. I was like, what do you mean? I said, since when did Racco Gudis become like this untouchable? I was like, you make it sound like that this is the worst. Hi.
Hi, sorry, I was confused with the new studio arrangement.
Yes, we got the new studio set up. It's easier this way.
So it's going to be sad you get to see the retro studio.
We tried to get him to come on tonight.
Yeah, I tried yesterday.
But he barely put pants on today because he was at Flukes all day yesterday.
Yeah. Well, all weekend.
Oh, no, he wasn't there Saturday.
Wasn't there Saturday?
Was it not Saturday?
He went Friday night.
Okay.
Just because he went Friday into Saturday doesn't count.
Is that when they were here Friday?
Too funny.
So, we're going to get back to soccer.
Nobody
Do we have to?
Yeah, of course. We got to give Team USA a little bit of love. Susie does.
Well, I'll let you just talk like you always do, so you can just talk about soccer. Go
ahead. What were you talking about?
I'm not talking about soccer.
No, you were talking about hockey.
Oh, yeah, the Flyers are going to suck.
Hey, get off of that. Casey, get off.
Yeah, so...
Apparently it's an earthquake.
Payne wants this.
Yeah,
Payne, since this is
Please
Payne's
stop.
one.
You're shaking.
No,
You're shaking the table, Peyton. Casey, stop.
Am I in your way?
Walk. Get out of the way, Casey.
Am I in your way?
No, Casey is. There we go. Over.
I need help.
No, you had.
I'm not gonna take it.
Get out. We're finishing our show.
Okay. You never.
Yeah, no, I'm not... I'm numb to the Flyers right now. I really am. I'm just numb to them.
Well, I don't even know who this Kevin Hayes is.
He's a guy that they just extremely overpaid.
Well, I feel like all hockey contracts stop. Now, knock it off and get
Oh,
upstairs.
let's go, Payne. I just stepped on.
Get upstairs now.
Me?
No.
This is hard.
Yeah.
Casey, upstairs now.
Yeah, so I don't have... I'm done with the expectations of...
I didn't get it.
No. Get it.
Yeah, Mike's right. They have 0 cap room.
Wait, does that mean I have to go upstairs?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm so done with them. Like, I don't have anything... I remember the same thing happening.
You know what?
Did you see that comment?
This is gonna be inside the cupcake.
This is like watching the Brady Bunch. Yeah, Carter Hart's our savior, but
Casey!
The guy can't score goals too.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, people are like, I can't believe we traded Recco Gudis and we got this kid and this kid is older, this and that. Recco Gudis,
Casey!
this stinks.
Casey!
Peyton Brian, get upstairs.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. It's
Get upstairs.
I need help!
No.
I can't have any!
No, go upstairs.
What? You said
Get upstairs. I'll get it later when I'm done.
yeah. I don't know. I really am. I'm just done with the Flyers right now because it's. I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing. I really don't have nothing. You've really one good player. Well, not one good player, but your guy that's going to hopefully be in between the pipes for years to come in Carter Hart, and like Mike said, he's the savior. Okay, he's got hopefully.
They yelled at Peyton.
Oh, way to go, Cliff Huxtable. Oh, that's great, but I mean, you still have the contract of Voracek.
That's what they need to do. They gotta move Voracek.
Yeah, I mean,
Who is Morgan Frost? Like, I've seen all these videos of him doing a move. Like, who is he? Like, when I sit there and say, like, I used to be a hockey freak. Like, look at my wall. Look, I got the hockey sticks, the hockey pucks.
I need this too.
I forget who Morgan Frost. See, I haven't been keeping up with them.
But I'm like, who is he? Like, I don't know. I'm
Who is he, Mike? We forget.
Yeah, you gotta tell me. I'm irritated at the moves they're making. Like, I really am.
Bill with the analysis. He's going to be real good.
That's the only analysis I need. But see, like, I don't get what they're, like, I don't get it. Like, do something. Just make a splash. Sign somebody I know. I've never heard of Kevin Hayes. I'm like, you posted the signing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, who the hell is it? Like, well, I'm not commenting saying, oh, Kevin Hayes, yeah.
Yeah, no one's excited over it. No one.
But when you sit there and say, like, that they overpay, I feel like in hockey, everyone overpays for a free agent. Because there's not going to be a Stamkos out there. There's not going to be the other Russian from, whatchamacallit, the other guy from Tampa Bay who had like 100 points who won the Hart Trophy, the MVP. Sarah's like, no.
Kucherov?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kucherov or Kucherov, whatever, however you say his name. And they got another good kid too, Braden Point. That kid's awesome. That's a dude where I'm like, see, why don't guys like that fall to the Flyers? You know what I mean? It's like, it's but yeah, it's. I mean, they got to get rid of. They need to move the Voracek contract. They got to get that going. But yet they're talking about trading Gostisbehere. I'm like, no, I wouldn't give up on him yet. I think it's still too early to give up on Gostisbehere.
It's the Philly way, man. It's the Flyers way.
Yeah, it's. Well, they technically had to sign him, like, that was the thing. But do you need to sign him to that kind of a contract? I mean, I don't get it. Why should Ghost be gone? I don't understand all of a sudden this Ghost is expendable and get rid of him. Now, granted, yeah, he hasn't had the greatest numbers, but...
You know what the problem is when he came up, he had like them good like 20 games. And then they want to translate that into 82 games the following year, and he struggled the last 2 years. Like, we're not patient in Philadelphia. They wanted to fire Doug Peterson after 1 year. They want to fire Brett Brown after 4 seasons with guys who are doing sports show in their basement playing NBA basketball. They want to fire Gabe Kapler, like after like if you gotta give. Right now, you have to give Gabe Kapler a roster of players who aren't hurt. They have 7 relievers on the DL, but they lost their leadoff man. Like, Philadelphia is just a city of overreactors, and Bill's going to agree with me.
Oh, this city is filled with that when it comes to sports.
Kate Smith, of course.
Yeah, this city is filled with that when for sports. Like, right away. Like, one thing happens, and it's like, everyone as a collective will go, let's watch and see what happens here. And then a week or two goes by, and maybe this guy makes a mistake here or there, and then boom, he's done, gone. Get rid of him. He sucks. That's it.
Remember when they traded Dana Zubers?
Yeah.
He was 19 years old.
Oh my God! How can you trade you? Okay.
Well, some people were happy.
Some were happy. Some weren't. The guy had a decent career.
I feel like he played like 20 years.
He really did.
I feel like every time I saw him, he was playing for somebody.
Yeah, he really did. He played a long time. Yeah, no, that's why I just get annoyed. And then when it comes to hockey, I get even more annoyed because I don't want to. I honestly hate talking hockey with anybody anymore because the Flyers fans, like the legit hardcore Flyers fans,
They're Dallas Cowboys fans.
Exactly.
And I hate to say.
I hate to say that too.
And I tell but it's funny when people like when you're arguing with it, because I know a guy and Bill knows him too. He's a huge Flyers fan, but he likes the Vikings. Don't. We're not gonna get there.
Huh.
But he's like, I hate Eagles fans. I'm like, they're the same as Flyers fans, not the hardcore ones, but they're the same.
Right.
No, they're not. They're no, they're not.
No, they're not.
But like you said, the die-hard Philadelphia Flyers fans think every year is their year.
Oh,
every single year, and they haven't done anything.
I can totally back that up because my cousin, every year is like, this is the Flyers' year. Dude, we have. No, it's not. Yeah, it's our year. It's our year. I'm like, my God, you sound horrible.
He's like, they are weirdos.
The real hardcore Flyers fans are just.
I got no problem being a fan. Listen,
yeah,
you want to be a fan, that's fine, but you can't sit there and tell me that the Flyers are going to the third round of the Stanley Cup this year playoffs. They did nothing.
No.
And like I said, I'm a fan. I used to be hardcore. My wife is a hardcore fan. Like, she used to be hardcore. She used to go to all the practices. Like, if you come in and you see my basement, the back wall is all Philadelphia. It's the majority all Flyer stuff. Mm-hmm. That's hers, with the exception of my hockey stick right there. That's autographed. I don't know by who. But, it's like, you just get frustrated. And like, you still follow them, but you just... Like, I guess I see how Eagles fans were in the 70s. Like, the Invincibles, who saw Mark Wahlberg, or not
right.
Mark Wahlberg, Vince Papale. Like, I get it now.
You get it, you understand. But yeah, no, I do. I've said that to someone, I said to my cousin, I was like, dude, you are the Flyers/Cowboys fan that I hate. I said, that's literally what you are. Every year is this, he's like, I'm part of like this chat group, like on the app Group Me with him for our fantasy hockey league, and he's just nauseating with all the crap he keeps putting out there.
Because you know what? Hockey's a different animal, Dave. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. Number 8 seeds in basketball. I don't know what it is. I can't give you a reason. I don't know why number 8 seeds in hockey can go farther than a number 8 seed in basketball. Because you know why? Because hockey is just like football and just like baseball. You need everybody on the team to win. Or not basketball, baseball. You need everybody on the team to win. When you have your starting 5 in basketball, they're playing 44 minutes a game. Mm-hmm. As opposed to your first line, your second line, and your third line. They're all going to play. You're not going to run out your first line to play out of a 60-minute hockey game 48 minutes. You're just going to kill them. Plain and simple. I think that's what could be the differences. If I'm a betting man and that's the difference, that's what it is. Is you send out different lines, different players play.
Right.
Who's Brian Mertz?
I don't know.
Brian, you can actually message me about the shirt.
I might know him.
If you want. They're $20. It's for a fundraiser. There goes my daughter. Where are you going?
Wrong guy. Wrong person.
There's a what?
The sunlight.
The sunlight.
It's a light blue sunlight. Well, you can see that.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think I actually know him. I think he just likes the group.
Good.
That's nice. I like it.
But you can message the page, Brian. Jaronis. message.
But
Go ahead.
Mike made a good point. Like, if the Flyers make the playoffs, and I 100% agree with this, it's because of Carter Hart. That he's going to have to just play lights out and just be that backbone. So, I agree with that. And if they make the playoffs, if they somehow make the playoffs, Carter Hart would be the reason that a number 8 seed for Philadelphia would make the Stanley Cup Finals.
Take this.
He would.
What are you doing?
Bringing it up to Mom so she can help me.
Did she say to?
No, but let's see if she will.
Just leave it there and I'll get it for you. My show's gonna be done in 5 minutes. Alright? But yeah, like, he's right. Hockey is the most skilled position player and most skilled position, if I think,
And that's the other thing why I love the sport, though. Because when you hit the playoffs,
Should I just bring it
it's a
up?
different
it
animal.
doesn't matter if you're the 1st or 8th seed. It's completely wide open. Anybody can win. What?
How about that number 1 seed Tampa Bay Lightning? How they doing? I know he ain't on here.
Oh, wait, you mean those guys that played 4 more games than the Flyers?
How do you finish 2nd in the NHL history with the most wins and don't win 1 playoff game?
Mike, you're allowed to come on the show anytime you want, man.
Mike, next week. Come on, Mike. You can bring your Scott Kingery love. Next week's the All-Star game.
Wow, we're there already?
Yep.
Holy crap.
Today's July 1st.
You're right. Yes, you're right. It says it right there. 7/1/2019. You're right. Good job.
Good job, Daddy. You did a good
But yeah,
You.
like, I'll agree with him where he says hockey, it's the most skilled position in the sport.
It is. It
You
is.
gotta have different stamina, like, you figure St. Louis played 82 games in regular season, and then 6 or 7. They played 3 7-game series
Yeah.
and a 6-game series.
Yeah.
My legs just got tired thinking about that.
Dude, they honestly did. They had such a playoff run and a long playoff run. I mean, I know the playoffs usually last a certain amount of time, but when you play 7, 7, 7, and then 6, that's a long time. That is a lot of time. So I just, man. But
No, Daisy, you're blocking her.
What else?
I'm just trying to.
I got nothing else.
We're eventually gonna get to the bar. It's just,
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, the other night I was there and I'm like looking around. I'm like, where can you plug everything in at? I'm looking around. I'm like, I have nowhere to plug anything in at. Like, I just need one plug.
Gotta do it for the playoffs, for the free agent signing. You're gonna get in the camera dance? Alright, out of the way.
Come on, Daisy. He said out of the way.
My kids love that song.
It's good.
Alright, stop.
So, check this out. I just got a thing on TMZ. Colin Kaepernick convinced Nike to
pictures
drop
for this,
flag-themed sneaker.
There's a flag dream sneaker.
Apparently, that's a little crazy. Yeah, that's a little nuts. How did he get that? That's never been done.
I don't know. So next week we'll look and see. The All-Star game is Tuesday.
Wait, we both can
Yeah.
What do you have going on at the bar?
Wait, I know.
I don't have, Tuesday night, they, nothing. Oh wait, yeah, that's next week, nothing.
Maybe we'll see what we set up there.
Alright, yeah, because I have to sign off for some OT at work, but there they go. She starts dancing. What was
It's
that?
silly. So, thanks for joining us after, 2-week hiatus.
It was good
My
to be
wife
back.
was like, did you let Bill know? Yes, I said, we let Bill know. I posted a comment, I texted Bill and Rich as we're going live.
My girlfriend was funny. She said, 2 weeks without doing the show, what are you going to do? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm so used to it now.
He got that.
I said, I don't know. She just started laughing at me. She said, that's funny.
Hold on. We're going to end up on a good note.
The mirror. The mirror. Come here.
Ooh. So,
Can I see that? Wait, that's not where it moves. This is like the same. It's like, I think it's like the sink, but it could be. I think this could be the dishwasher. No, yeah.
What's that?
just listen.
So the journey continues.
What the?
Clean this up.
The playing.
This game.
Here.
This game right here. There's nothing like this game right here.
Dog heads.
As to gets his speech before the NFC Championship game.
This team's journey has inspired a fan base. Not just any fan base. Eagles.
Best fan base in sports. I hate that song. Every time I hear it, I get goosebumps. Whatever it takes.
No.
So let's keep this train moving. Keep these memories rolling. So that we can do what this
Now I gotta say, I really wish that he didn't leave the team